It's the grandson of right thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. Remember how on another video we were talking about, matter of fact, it was on Don't Get Lost in the Sauce. We were talking about the trees and the branches being torn off of it through that storm, and how Abba was revealing that that is what he's going to do to this earth. He's going to shake this earth, and all of the branches that were on the tree that didn't have a deep root or not connected to the root of the tree, they will be broken off. Just as when you see a tree and you see healthy branches on it, they are very hard to rip off of that tree. But if you see a branch that's not getting any nourishment from the root, it'll be dry and brittle and easily able to snap off. You see? So we want to read about that here in the Wisdom of Solomon, continuing in the Wisdom of Solomon from this morning, and gain some more insight into just that very thing. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Better it is to have no children and to have virtue, for the memorial thereof is immortal, because it is known with God and with men. Virtue. Your virtue is known with God and with men. Now, what is virtue? Virtue is high moral standards. High moral standards, what we will call goodness or virtuousness, righteousness, ethicalness, uprightness, integrity, honesty, dignity, honorableness, rectitude, you see, nobility, blamelessness. That is virtue. So he said it is better to have virtue than to have children, you see. Better to have virtue than to have children. Why? He says because the memorial is with God and with men. You see? He says when it is present, men take example at it. So when you see virtue, remember Christ when the woman touched his garment and he said, I perceive that virtue has gone out from me. When it is present, men take example at it. If I could just touch the hem of his garment, see? And when it is gone, now you see me no more, and your hearts are filled with sorrow. And when it is gone, they desire it. They're looking for it. They want it. It weareth a crown and triumpheth forever. Having gotten the victory, will it get the victory? Having gotten the victory, striving for undefiled rewards. That is virtue. Virtue wears a crown, it triumphs forever, already having gotten the victory. You see? But the multiplying brood of the ungodly shall not thrive, nor take deep rooting from bastard slips, nor lay any fast foundation. You hear that? So the ungodly won't have a foundation, like we talked about the tree being rooted. That is the foundation of the tree, the root. If you are not rooted in the foundation of the tree, then you shall surely be uprooted or rooted out. You see? 4. For though they flourish in branches, look at the words that Abba Yah is doing for us elect right now. For they flourish in branches for a time. So when you look at that tree, yeah, that branch that's growing on it, that one that's dead now, for a time, and when it grew, it looked healthy and young and supple and every damn thing. But now look at it, it's dead. So it only flourished for a time. Yet standing not last. See, it's not there at the end. They shall be shaken. Look at Abba Yah. They shall be shaken with the wind, and through the force of winds they shall be rooted out. How can I talk without Abba Yah confirming his words if I speak the truth? Like I've been telling you guys about how he revealed to me through that storm about the trees and the branches on the video called Lost in the Sauce. If you don't know what I'm talking about, scroll back about 2 or 3 videos, you'll see it. And watch it. And then watch what Abba Yah has revealed to us today through the wisdom of Solomon. 5. The imperfect branches. The branches that got blemishes. The branches that are weak. The branches that are not getting nourished from the root of the tree. You see? They shall be broken off, and their fruit unprofitable. See, they didn't bear any fruit. Not ripe to eat. Yeah, meat for nothing. So this branch ain't good for shit. You see? Now, if you want to know why I'm called the branch, it's because I bear fruit in you. That's why I'm called the branch. Remember what Christ said, I am the true vine, you are the branches. Any branch that bears not fruit is broken off and cast into the fire. Do you see how it's all connected the same? So you must bear fruit. For children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of wickedness against their parents in their trial. There are witnesses. So if you laid with somebody in an unlawful union and you bore a child, that child is the witness of your unlawful deeds. You see? But though the righteous be prevented with death, yet shall he be in rest. So if the righteous man gets prevented from living through someone killing him, or he died, or something happened to him, yet shall he be in rest. Remember Lazarus in Abraham's bosom? That's the rest, Abraham's bosom, see? For honorable age is not that, listen y'all, for honorable age is not that which standeth in length of time, nor that is measured by number of years. So, there are many old people that have lived a long time that are not honorable. And there are many young people who haven't lived for a very long time who are very honorable. You see? But wisdom is the gray hair unto men, and an unspotted life is old age. So wisdom is the hoary head. Remember how it said Christ. Watch this, y'all. I turned to hear the voice that was speaking. It was one like the Son of Man. And what did he say about him? He had skin like in color to burnished brass, or brass that had burned in a furnace. And he had hair like what? White wool. The Ancient of Days also had the same white woolly hair. So what does he say here in 9? But wisdom is the gray hair unto men. So you could be young as hell, but have a hair of hoary head, see? Or white woolly hair, like Yahusha, because of your wisdom. And an unspotted life is old age. 10. He pleased God and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated. Do y'all hear that shit or what? Translated means changed from one thing into another thing. Remember, I keep telling you guys about the caterpillar and the butterfly. So he pleased God and was beloved of him, so that he, living among sinners, he was translated. Who? Enoch was. Enoch was. He walked with God. 11. Yeah, speedily was he taken away. Watch y'all. Why was he translated and speedily taken away? Why? Lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. So when Abba looks at his tree and he sees a branch on the tree, and then he sees a fruit grow into its ripeness on that branch, he snatches the fruit off of that branch with great speed. Why? Because he knows it's perfect and ready, and he doesn't want any worms to get in it and alter it. He doesn't want any type of bugs to get in there and beguile and deceit. In other words, you see what he's saying? He doesn't want anything to come in and alter the ripeness and perfectness of that piece of fruit on that branch. So he picked it. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind. The wandering of concupiscence. Concupiscence. What is concupiscence? Are y'all familiar with that word, concupiscence? Because if you're not, then you won't know what I was telling you. Concupiscence is strong sexual desire, what we call lust. Guys, lust. You see? Strong sexual desire, lust. Concupiscence. And what does it do? It obscures the simple mind. It starts to make things all complicated instead of simple. Abba said, don't do that. Don't do it. That's a simple mind. The concupiscent mind starts to say, well, I know he says don't do it, but, see, but, he starts to but, to try to get out of keeping the commandments and doing the right thing. You see? Let's continue. He being made perfect in a short time. Was it a long time? No. He being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time. So he fulfilled what would have taken a long time by doing it in a very short time. You see? Who is he? The one with wisdom, guys. For his soul pleased Abba Yah. Listen, therefore hasted he to take him away from among the wicked. Oh my goodness gracious. His soul was pleasing to Abba, and Abba said, I don't want to alter or change this person from who they are. So let me remove them before they get drawn away by being among the wicked. Y'all hearing that? The one who has wisdom. 15. Talking about Enoch here, by the way. This the people saw and understood it not. Neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen elect. You see, his grace and mercy is with you, elect. 16. Thus the righteous that is dead, listen, shall condemn the ungodly which are living. How do y'all explain that damn scripture there? How can y'all explain that scripture? The righteous man that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living. Didn't he say we are dead and the life we will now live is Christ? So a righteous man living on this earth is actually a dead man, condemning the ones who are so-called living, the ungodly. You see? And youth that is soon perfected. Like I got a brother in this truth right now, 20 years old, y'all. Speak as if he 100 years old in this truth. 20 years old. And the youth that is soon perfected, the many years of old age of the unrighteous. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what God and his counsel hath decreed of him. They don't get it. They don't know what Abba has planned for them. And to what end the Lord hath set him in safety. They don't know that. He took him out of the world. He must have been a sinner or wicked. That's why God took him out of the world. No, that's not what it says. 18, they shall see him and despise him. See, the world. You worldly niggas gonna see people like the grandson right thought as well as his family, the elect, and you're gonna despise them. But Abba Yah shall laugh at y'all niggas to scorn, and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. Why? For he shall rend them, that means tear them apart, and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation. Didn't I tell you guys this? He's not playing. Abba Yah is going to shake this place, shake everything there has to do with this place until everything that is defiled, wicked, sneaky, deceitful, lying against Abba Yah will be destroyed. And they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities shall convince them to their face. You ain't gonna have to say nothing. Their own iniquities are going to convince them to their face. So all people running around talking about what you've done and what you're guilty of and how you're a bad person, and how you're this and how you're that. Your own iniquity, nigga. Why are you worried about me? Why are you worried about the other leg? Worry about your own iniquity, okay? Now, when this shaking happens and all of the weak, unfruitful branches are ripped off and tore off and cast into the fire. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. After that happens, what will happen next? Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. See that, elect? You're going to stand in great boldness in the face of this world that afflicted you. And when they see it, when they see what? When they see you stand in great boldness as it is today, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Can't you see it, elect? Like my brother Ken Price said. He said, these niggas are scared. Can't you see it? Well, he didn't say niggas. He said, these wicked of the world are scared. I said niggas. They're scared. And shall be amazed. So when they see it, when they see you stand up with great boldness, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. The strangeness of his salvation? Why is his salvation strange? It just said it, because the righteous man that they thought was nothing, was dead, had nothing, was poor, lonely, suffering, and sad, has been given salvation. Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall they say within themselves, listen, elect, listen at what they're going to say about you. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and see if it says you shall be a proverb, Israel. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. You heard that? They're going to admit it. They're going to say, damn, we was gang stalking that nigga. Matter of fact, let's understand this word derision. What does derision mean? Since they say they had you in it, it's mockery. Contemptuous ridicule is what derision is. It is taunting you, making fun of you. You see? Teasing your ass. You get it? Ragging on you. That's what derision is. We used to rag on him. We used to make fun of him. We used to laugh at him. We used to say, look at this poor ass nigga with no money. Look at this broke ass nigga living under the bottom. Look at this stupid ass nigga don't know who he is. He don't know what nothing is. Look at this dumb ass nigga don't know who he is. See? You see that? 4. We fools. Listen to what they gonna say about your life, elect. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. We said that nigga life is crazy. It's crazy as hell to live like that nigga live. That's what madness means, crazy. It's crazy to live like that, to not enjoy all the goodness of this land and live in debauchery and sin and enjoy it all and drink expensive wine and wear the most expensive cologne and wear nicest expensive name brand clothing. 5. How is he numbered among the children of God? How is his lot among the saints? Exclamation point. That's why I'm yelling at you, because it got an exclamation point in here. They will be asking, how in the hell is this nigga the one of God? How in the hell is this nigga among the saints? How? That's what it says. Verse 6. Therefore have we erred from the way of the truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the Son of righteousness rose not upon us. The Son of righteousness shall rise with healing in his wings. If they see a righteous man standing there boldly, then that means that the Son of righteousness has risen in that man's life upon him. So when it says there in the scripture that he shall rise with healing in his wings, the Son of righteousness, then it has already happened in the life of the man who now has wisdom, or else he wouldn't have any light, would he? He would grope around in darkness, wouldn't he? 7. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Now, guys, you hear this? They said we spent all our time cutting up, doing the way of wickedness and the way of destruction. Did you guys see the video I posted not too long ago? It's called Why Can't You Make It Into Heaven? And I was reading the conversation between me and another person. Because I am standing up boldly, this person is standing up looking at me, saying exactly what these words are saying right here. Watch the video if you think I'm making it up, and then you will know the time you're living in, and you'll know the grandson's not lying to you at all. They were cutting up, playing around. Now, watch that video and see if that's what that person said to me. And then they're going, how can I get back in? I'm lost. Have mercy. That's what this is saying right now. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Didn't the guy just say, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing. How can I have it? Teach me the way. See? So the words are being fulfilled right now. Like I told you. Will you lack faith today? I'm sorry. I know I ain't got 1 million views and I ain't got 40,000 likes on none of my shit. But do you actually see the potency of it? Of what I'm telling you? Do you see it today, or are you in darkness still? 8. What have pride profited us, they said? Or what good has riches with our vaunting brought us? With our pride, having been rich people, puffed up in pride, what good did it do us, they're saying? All those things are passed away like a shadow. Isn't that shit? The money, the fame, the clout, the glory, the women, the riches, the clothes, the cologne, the wine, it's gone away like a shadow. And as a post that hasteth by, 10, and as a ship that passes over the waves of water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found. So when a ship goes through the water, you see the waves and the water kicking up around it. But after it goes past, those waves calm down, and you don't even know that there was a ship that even went through that part of the water anymore. See? Neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Can't see it anymore, see? Or as when a bird has flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found. So when a bird flies through the air, you don't see the trail through the air that's left behind the bird. You can't see it. It's invisible to you, see? But the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings and parted with the violent noise and motion of them is passed through, and therein afterwards. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad. My bad, y'all. That was my sweet thing. I had to answer that call. All right. Back to the bird flying through the air. You don't see no kind of evidence of where he went through the air, is the point. You see? Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, or at a target, it parteth the air, which immediately come together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. Why is he saying all of this? Even so, verse 13, even so we, in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. You see what the wicked are saying? They're saying we didn't do anything right our whole time here, and now we're consumed with our own sins. Our own sins have come to collect, like I've said before on my videos. 14, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind. See what I was telling you guys? See why that person said, I'm hopeless. Isn't that what they said in the comments? I read it all to you. Isn't that what the person said? So then let's read this again. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passes away as the remembrance of a guest that tarries but a day. It's like a person that came and only was a guest at your home for one day and never came back again. You're not going to remember that person too well. See? That's what they're saying. 15. But the righteous live forever, evermore. Their reward also is with Abba Yah, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from Abba Yah's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take of him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. Oh my goodness gracious. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Oh, Lord, y'all hear this? Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad as from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark. And hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the floods shall cruelly drown them. So the hailstones, the water of the sea, and the floods shall cruelly drown the wicked. Yeah, a mighty wind shall stand up against them. I told you the wind is coming, y'all. It's coming. And like a storm shall blow them away. That's what Abba just told me the other day. Y'all paying attention to Abba today or not? Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. See that? Just like the wicked did when they overflowed this earth with wickedness and ill dealing, so will Abba overflow their wicked asses. Silawam Israel.